Hey there, EJ Raddick here for ESPN.com, and we're taking a look at the Stanley Cup Finals and what a finals we have on tap, the Detroit Red Wings and the Pittsburgh Penguins. And I don't know about you, I'm revved up for it. I just think this is going to be a terrific final series, and I'm going to look at three keys, three things that I think are important in this final series as we get ready for Game 1 on Saturday night. And the first thing for me is let's get the obvious thing out of the way, goaltending. I mean, goaltending is a key. You know, if I'm playing in a beer league, goaltending is the key. You got to have good goaltending. I'm sorry. And both of these teams have it. You know, I think Chris Osgood has been terrific since he took over for Dominik Hasek early in the first round. Been dynamic for them. And at the other side of the coin, you have the Pittsburgh Penguins, Marc-Andre Fleury, a young kid. He has really stepped up this season, and he's been great in the playoffs for the Penguins. So I think both teams come into this series very confident about their goaltending. Again, some of you out there might have your worries about Chris Osgood on one hand. I would say, hey, this guy has answered all the questions over a long career. He's won a couple of Stanley Cups. He's been in the Stanley Cup Finals, too. And talking to Wayne Gretzky over the years, Wayne Gretzky breaks the season into 4 parts. Exhibition season, regular season, playoffs, and Stanley Cup Finals. He separates it. He thinks the finals are that much different. And I think it is an advantage for Osgood. He's been there. He's been through this. And I think that will help him. So I think we're going to have good goaltending from both guys, both Fleury and Osgood. So that, I think, will be a wash. It'll be up to the teams to get to those guys and make their lives harder. The second key to me is who scores the first goal. And I know it sounds silly to some people because, you know, you think a 1-goal lead, what a difference, you know, why is that such a big deal? Who scores the first goal? Well, let me tell you. In the National Hockey League, in the regular season that we just had, 70% of the teams that scored first won the game. So that right away tells you that when you score first, it's a big plus. You look at the Detroit Red Wings this year, here's a number for you. Over the regular season, when they scored first, they won at a winning percentage .860. So that's almost perfect. I mean, .860 over the course of 82 games when they score first. Terrific job by the Red Wings there. So we know they're good in that situation. Pittsburgh Penguins were 11th during the regular season at .725 winning percentage. But in the playoffs, the Penguins have won every game that they scored first. Red Wings, .909 winning percentage. The only loss they had was early in the playoffs against Nashville, and they might not have lost that game. Dominik Hasek gave up some bad goals. So really, these teams, when they score first, they are very, very tough to beat. And the reason I feel that that's the case is they're both very good. They're good two-way teams. They're good in all the zones. And when they can get a lead, either club, they can really dictate what happens on the ice. And I think that really is a big factor for both of them. They get relaxed. I talked to Scott Hartnell from the Philadelphia Flyers the other day and asked him that question. And he said that. He goes, on the bench, when you score first, you're relaxed, you're into things, you feel like, you feel confident, and confidence is such a big thing in all of pro sports, all of sports, anywhere you go. So scoring first in this series, keep an eye on that. Red Wings or Penguins score first, there's a good chance that one of those teams, whoever scores first, is going to win. And the last thing I want to talk about, the third key to me, is the 5-on-5 play. Now, some people will say, well, the power play is a key or the penalty killing is a key. I look at it this way. If you are not good 5-on-5, if one of these teams struggles 5-on-5, what will happen is this. They will be forced to take penalties, giving the other team the opportunity on the power play and giving them the opportunity to make a difference on the power play. So clearly when you get chances on the power play, you got to take advantage of them, but it all starts with your 5-on-5 play. And again, both of these teams are very good in all 3 zones. Detroit has been doing that for a long time. It's one of the reasons I've really liked their game over the last several years. But the Pittsburgh Penguins, watching them in the playoffs, they have been very, very good in all 3 zones, and especially when they get the lead, going back to key number 2, when they get the lead, they've really been able to shut it down and make it hard for another team to get offensive chances, make them come 200 feet to score on them. So those are my 3 keys. Watch for the goaltending, as always. Number 2, really look for who scores the first goal in these games. Both of these teams do well when they score first. And then number 3, 5-on-5 play, because a team that can really do the job 5-on-5 will get opportunities on the power play, and that's where both of these teams can really make something happen. So those are the 3 keys. Stanley Cup Finals, it should be great. Pittsburgh and Detroit. And stay with us for more coverage of everything during a great final series right here on ESPN.com.